All right, so we're gonna talk about seated forward fold. We already talked about standing forward fold. They're basically the same thing. I'm just gonna show it because I feel like once we sit down and we're facing a different direction, we get all confused. If you have a block, awesome, you might wanna use it. If not, no big deal. You can also use a towel or a pillow if you're at home, especially if you find you're tight in the hamstrings or tight in the low back. But if you're preggers, which I am, obviously, you're gonna be a little bit more open, so you might not need any props. They're here, they're handy if you need them. Seated forward fold just means you're going to sit and forward fold. It's pretty self-explanatory. Classically, leg touch, right? Pregnant, hip width, probably wide. I know I need wider because I need space for this belly. You're gonna move the flesh of the glutes out of the way. So don't be shy, get in there, move that flesh out of the way. You wanna feel those butt bones in the ground. So when you shift side to side, it's like you're walking on your butt bones. That's what you wanna be able to feel. A lot of us tend to be here naturally and we can't figure out how to get forward on those butt bones. So what you need to do is bend your knees, use your hands to help you. That's gonna give you some space. That's where your block comes in. So you can take that block, put it underneath your butt bones. That's going to give you a lot more space in your hips and let you sit upright. So that's your option if you need a block. Again, a rolled up towel right underneath those butt bones is going to work, or a pillow, just for the sake of being at home, is going to work as well. I am not going to use that block. Enough space going on here. Good. So again, flesh is coming out of the way. Let's activate our feet. So we're gonna flex our feet. Knees for me need to be bent a little just so I can slacken the hamstrings. I encourage everybody bend those knees a little bit always, but if you wanna bend them more, you can. So first thing we're gonna do is sit up really tall. So if you're on a block, you're on a block. We don't want this shape. We wanna really push those butt bones down, lift up through our head, and you're gonna hinge forward so the spine stays as flat as it can. You're gonna push the butt bones back, head forward, and then loop onto those big toes. So you're scooping them up. Good. You're going to breathe in and pull your heart forward. As you breathe out, you're going to bend your elbows and draw your heart through your shoulders. So my knees are still really bent, but I feel like I have a little more space, so I'm going to walk my heels forward just a little bit. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, pull. Walk those heels forward. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, pull. Good. So that's about as active as I can be today. And if you want a soft forward fold, you're going to relax your legs, let them soften, and then round forward. Not rounding forward, rounding forward. So you're trying to get to the front of the butt bones again. So if you need to wiggle that flesh out of the way, you can. Head is going to hang heavy. Shoulders are going to soften. It should feel really nice. This is kind of your seated ragdoll shape. So again, knees can be as bent as they need. Legs can be really soft in this version, whereas when you're in a ragdoll standing, legs are a little more active. But now everything's soft. Head falls. Belly is really happy. If you need more space, you widen the legs. Low back is just spreading. Backs of the legs are releasing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Roll back up into space. If you want to try that active shape one more time, push down through your butt bones, lift up, bend your knees, hinge, flat back. Think head up, butt bones down, making space, reaching, pull. Breathe out, pull, and then let it go soft again and fold. Good. Roll yourself all the way up. That was it. Forward fold. What's going on here? Should feel soft when it's rounded forward and really active and lifted when it is active. So play around with it. Find the front of those butt bones, right? Rather than rocking back, that doesn't get into the legs at all and it puts a lot of strain on the low spine. We want to start from a neutral and head everything forward even if we're rounding, right? We're really moving forward in space, hence the name forward fold. We're not moving back in space. Make sense? I hope so. That's it. See you later.